Hi, welcome to AFTV. I have Robbie Lyle with me after a 1-0 win against West Ham at the London Stadium. Robbie, we were sat together and blimey, the emotions, a lot of people around us were, frustrated and disappointed throughout the game, but you kept positive throughout, I must say. And you said, got to keep believing it's going to happen, Forget the negativity. We score.
Yep.
And that was it. It went pandemonium. Obviously, they got their last-minute goal, but it got disallowed, and from there...
Yeah, rightly so as well. I've seen...
You've seen it back?
Seen it. It was definitely a foul.
You couldn't see it at the beginning.
Obviously, you can't see it from where we are, but it's a foul. You got to credit the VAR and that for being brave enough to make the right decision, because they could easily have bottled it. I saw last night, actually, when I was watching that City game, they bottled a couple of decisions in that game, right? But they didn't bottle this one. You've got the whole stadium in there, like West Ham fans, obviously willing him to, but it was the right decision. And it was all about the 3 points, man. And that felt like a big moment there today. That felt like this was the game. Out of the 3 games we got left, this is the toughest game, easily. City fans would have been sitting there, thinking, we've reeled them back in, but that was a big, big win today. You heard the fans singing at the end, we're going to win the league. I ain't heard that for a very, very long time. Years and years, but, that felt like a big moment today. And, we're on our way, man. 2 games. 2 more games. Burnley at home and then away to Crystal Palace. And Palace will probably rest players in that game. They got 3 days after that. They got the Conference League final. This is it, guys. There were certain fans I met coming out there. I've been seeing those fans coming to watch Arsenal for years and years and years, and they were emotional. And I'm saying to them, guys, I just hope we win it for guys like you. And then I look around at some of the younger fans. I've said this before, fans that are like, call it 25 and under, because even if you were, I know it's 22 years ago, but you ain't going to remember it when you was 3 years old, are you?
Yeah.
Maybe you remember your dad running around the place or something like that, right? Those fans could be witnessing this great football club winning the league, right? And Tottenham fans, thank us later, yeah? Thank us later, because, they ain't going to want to admit it, but they're all jumping around as well. Tottenham fans are jumping around as well, because we've done them a favour as well. But listen, it's all about us, and that today, that was huge. That's one step towards the title.
Tottenham fans should be singing Trossard again, ole ole. Not second again, ole. They should be singing Trossard for saving them. Let me ask you, I want to correct you actually, because you said 2 more games, and then someone corrected me as I was walking. I said 3 more games.
Well, I'm talking about the league right now.
But
one thing at a time, man. Me, I've just, the good thing about it, we can just park up Budapest right now. Leave that, because that's a week after the last game of the season. What we got to do is focus on these 2 games coming up, right? Burnley, I think they drew today, right? So, with Villa, right? So you've got to take every game serious. They've got nothing to play for. They can just come and do whatever. We got to be focused and go out there and win the game.
Do you think they get momentum then from this? Because I don't know, going into this game, you thought Arsenal would have the momentum and go for it.
We got the momentum.
So you think it'll kick on?
I thought we started the game really well. You know what I mean? I think people are forgetting. Lee's talking. They're forgetting that we hit the post. The keeper pulled off a couple of good saves. It was when Ben White came off, and then the manager moved. And I understand him moving Rice there, and I understand what he was trying to do, because we've had so much control that he's thinking, let me just get another man in midfield. We're dominating this. But then they sort of grew into the game. And then in the second half, they were a lot better. It was always going to be, they're fighting for their lives. Yeah. Remember, they ain't going to roll over. They are fighting for their lives. Probably if they weren't, once we went and 1-0 up, we'd probably been done. But they were fighting for their lives, and it showed. Their fans can't fault the effort that they put in. But we got over the line. And Leandro Trossard, how many big goals has this guy scored for us this season? And also, David Raya as well. He made a couple of blinding saves in that when their player was through.
Bro,
how the hell did Bruno Fernandes get player of the season? Yeah? How the hell, when you see players like David Raya, Declan Rice, Gabriel, listen, Bruno Fernandes has been brilliant this season, but he hasn't played under this pressure. Playing under this pressure and playing a regular game once a week is 2 different things. Maybe that's why them football writers ain't looking at their things no more. And they're coming to us. What are they talking about? How can Declan Rice, David Raya and Gabriel how can Bruno Fernandes is playing 1 game a week? And as I said, he's a brilliant player and he's been brilliant this season. But I'm sorry, he's not playing games under this extreme pressure. Week in, week out, Champions League, Premier League. Nah, yeah, I mean, you know that one little slip up, you got every West Ham fan coming out here second again, LA, every newspaper. I'm sorry. One of those guys should have got it. And Raya today was outstanding.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely incredible. Some of them saves he made, the way he dealt with corners. Look, that's pull his arms.
That's what I'm trying to stop it. I think you're right about the pressure Arsenal are going through, and obviously dominating the Champions League, and then obviously playing here. It could have been one of the Arsenal players. Obviously playing for Man United is obviously extreme pressure for Bruno in that argument. But
not when you're playing games like this. Do or die. We've been playing do or die games since January. Do or die. Lose that game, could be the league's done.
Yeah.
Right? That is different to when you play one game a week, and it don't matter. Or one game in 3 weeks, or one game in a month. Come on. That's ridiculous.
Let's talk about.
Anyway, listen.
Our players.
Keep that.
We want the league.
Let's league title.
Let's talk about just quickly. I know you mentioned, but David Raya, because I just tweeted as well. I said I think people underestimate how important he's been for us this season.
Currently the best goalkeeper in Europe. I don't care what no one says.
That's the world then, really. That's the world.
Currently the best keeper in the world. I'm not saying, listen, you can hear Donnarumma's a brilliant goalkeeper. I mean, obviously you're Courtois. But currently, based off of this season, he's the best goalkeeper in Europe. He's been the best goalkeeper in this league for the last 3 seasons.
Facts.
He's won the Golden Glove every single. Right? People don't give the respect. Even the Spanish manager don't respect him enough, but we do. Because we see what he does each and every week. And when he came in, he was a controversial signing. I was looking at myself and saying, we don't really need it. Yeah. We had Aaron Ramsdale, who was doing a great job, right? But you've got to credit Arteta. He brought him in, and he's been nothing short of amazing from the day he put on those gloves for Arsenal. The best goalkeeper in Europe right now.
Bar none. Yep. He could have single-handedly put us the title in the saves he made today.
Yeah, some big saves.
Another player as well. I know we're going to do player ratings, but you've got to talk about Marcelo Esquele. He's such a young boy coming in, and he's hit the ground running. I know we know his talent, but he was, there was rumours about him going away, Everton, Man United, leaving Arsenal, and now he's going to be like the main.
A word for his professionalism as well, right? Because he hasn't sat and sulked all season and said, "Oh, look, I was playing at left back, and now look, you know what I mean? Bringing two, and I'm out of the England squad and stuff like that." He hasn't sulked, and when he's been asked and called upon, he has been so good that the manager said, "Hey, listen, I'm going to play you midfield. Actually, I'm not even going to take you off. I'm going to move you to the left back." That's the confidence he has in him. Listen, if we win the title, he has played a major, major part in it. This is what it's all about. It's a team game. You know what I mean? You can have all the superstars in the world. We've seen it at Real Madrid this week with players fighting and stuff like that. People underestimate these things. He's stuck in there, and when he's been called upon, he's been nothing short of that ultimate professional. And for someone who's he's only 19. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. And this team, if they win the league, they deserve to win the league. We've been the best team in this league. We've been the best team in Europe as well. We have not lost a game in Europe. Right, we've lost the fewest games in this league, and if we win the league and we win in the Champions League, we will deserve to win both.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready? Are you ready to potentially see your club win the Premier League title, Robbie?
It's 2 games to go, the Premier League. I'm ready.
Yeah.
But like Lee said, let's go and win those next 2 games, and I'm telling you, right, London will get shut down. Come on. Shut down, right? Because even in there today, half the stadium was Arsenal. When I was walking up to the stadium,
Bear man, I'm in the home end.
Yeah, see, literally every fan was like, Rob,
I'm on the cover.
I go, yo, bro, I'm warning you, be careful, right? These West Ham fans ain't no joke. Right?
So many people.
They were like, I said, listen, be careful, be very careful. Half of that stadium, London is about to get shut down. The country. Haters.
The world.
Haters, book your flights. Book your flights. Get out of here. We're going to own this.
The Rocket Perk program is live. Rocket Mobile users can opt in for private Q&As, plus the monthly perk drops, like being invited to the Champions League final watch-along with us. Plus, you can get unlimited data, unlimited calls and texts for £16 a month. All you got to do is click the link to learn more.